Ladies and gentlemen, life is a journey filled with victories and challenges. Yet there comes a time when the actions of others shake the very foundation of our spirit. The betrayal, the hurt, the unfairness, it feels personal, unjust, and overwhelming. But let me assure you, what they did to you didn't go unnoticed. It angered God. There is an undeniable sense of fairness woven into the fabric of existence, an overarching balance that transcends human understanding. It's a system that operates beyond the laws of man, beyond what we can see or measure, and it's guided by a higher power. This is the essence of the divine justice system. It is impartial, unyielding, and unrelenting in its pursuit of balance and truth. When you feel wronged, abandoned, or forgotten, it is crucial to understand that no injustice escapes the eyes of the Creator. Human justice often falters. It is limited by biases, by incomplete knowledge, and by systems built on imperfect foundations. But divine justice is neither constrained by time nor circumstance. It sees every intention, every hidden deed, and every consequence. When you've suffered harm, when someone has inflicted pain or betrayal upon you, the divine justice system is already at work. Even in moments when it feels like nothing is happening, know that the wheels of this greater justice are turning. This system is not reactionary. It is not driven by emotion or by the need for immediate retribution. It operates with patience and precision, addressing not just the act, but the ripple effects it creates. Those who have wronged others may seem to thrive for a season, but the divine justice system ensures that no action goes unanswered. The principle of sowing and reaping is deeply embedded in its structure. What is sown, whether good or evil, will produce a harvest in due time. At its core, this justice system isn't about punishment alone. It's about restoration. It seeks to restore balance where harm has disrupted harmony. When someone hurts you, the pain they've caused is not just about the moment, it's about the long-term impact on your spirit, your mind, and your life. Divine justice acknowledges this, ensuring that restoration goes beyond what human hands can offer. And this is not limited to the individual. The divine justice system addresses collective injustices, generations of wrongdoing, and systemic issues. What has been built on deception or oppression will eventually crumble because it cannot stand in opposition to the enduring principles of truth and fairness. History itself has borne witness to this. Kingdoms have fallen and oppressors have been brought low because divine justice demands it. However, there's a deeply personal aspect to this system as well. It's not just about what happens to those who hurt you, it's about how you are cared for in the aftermath. This justice ensures that your pain is not wasted, that your suffering does not go unnoticed. The same power that ensures balance for all of creation also moves intimately in your life, bringing healing, strength, and redemption from the ashes of what was done to you. So while the hurt may feel overwhelming and the waiting unbearable, trust in the divine justice system. Its reach is infinite, its timing perfect, and its outcomes always aligned with a higher purpose. Even when the world feels chaotic, this justice remains constant, unshakable, and deeply personal. Every person is born with an inherent worth that transcends material possessions, social status, or external achievements. Your value is not something that can be earned or diminished by the opinions or actions of others. It is sacred, rooted in the essence of who you are. This value is bestowed by the Creator, a mark of divine craftsmanship that speaks to your uniqueness and purpose. Understanding this truth changes everything. When someone wrongs you, it often feels like they are attacking your worth, attempting to diminish your significance. But the reality is, their actions cannot alter the sacred value you carry. What they've done may cause pain, but it cannot redefine who you are. Your worth remains untouchable because it is not tied to how others treat you. It is tied to the fact that you are a creation of the divine, a masterpiece with a purpose that only you can fulfill. The sacred nature of your value is evident in the care with which you were created. From the intricacy of your mind to the uniqueness of your spirit, everything about you was designed with intention. This intentionality reflects a higher purpose. You are not an accident or an afterthought. You are part of a divine plan. Recognizing this truth can help you stand firm, even in the face of injustice or mistreatment. When others fail to recognize your value, it says more about them than it does about you. Their inability to see your worth does not make it any less real. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people often project their insecurities and fears onto others, diminishing them to elevate themselves. But their actions, no matter how harmful, cannot erase the truth of who you are. Your sacred value also carries a responsibility. It calls on you to honor yourself, to live in a way that reflects the dignity and purpose embedded in your being. This means setting boundaries, refusing to accept mistreatment, and choosing to align yourself with people and situations that affirm your worth. It means rejecting the lie that your value is dependent on external validation or achievements. Moreover, understanding your value should inspire you to recognize it in others. Just as your worth is sacred, so is theirs. This mutual recognition can transform relationships, creating a space where dignity and respect thrive. While not everyone will treat you in accordance with your sacred value, your understanding of it allows you to respond with strength and grace rather than retaliation or bitterness. The sacredness of your value also means that any harm done to you is not taken lightly by the Creator. Injustice against you is an affront to the divine order, and it does not go unnoticed. While the world may sometimes seem indifferent, there is a higher power that sees and acknowledges the worth you carry, ensuring that justice, restoration, and healing are part of your story. Your value is woven into the very fabric of your existence, a divine imprint that declares your significance beyond measure. It is not something earned or conditional, nor can it be diminished by circumstances or the actions of others. It is intrinsic, unchanging, and sacred. To understand this is to recognize the profound truth that you are here for a reason, created with intention and care by the one who designed the universe itself. There are times when the world around you seems determined to question or undermine your worth. People may speak words meant to wound or act in ways that devalue your contributions, your feelings, or even your existence. But no matter what others do, their actions cannot rewrite the truth of who you are. Their failure to see your value does not negate it. Your worth is not derived from their approval or acknowledgement. It is rooted in the divine essence that brought you into being. To grasp the sacredness of your value is to understand that you are more than what you accomplish or what you own. Society often attempts to tie worth to achievements, possessions, or social standing, creating a fragile sense of self that fluctuates with every success or setback. But this perspective misses the mark. Your value does not rise or fall with the opinions of others or the outcomes of your efforts. It is constant because it comes from a higher source, one that is eternal and unchanging. Even when life presents challenges that make you question your significance, the truth of your worth remains steadfast. When others treat you unfairly, their actions are not a reflection of who you are, but of their inability to honor the sacred in you. It is easy to internalize the pain and begin to see yourself through the lens of those who have harmed you. Yet it is in these moments that you must remind yourself of the deeper truth. What they did cannot touch the essence of your value. Your sacred worth calls for you to protect and nurture it. This means treating yourself with the same respect and care that you would extend to something precious and irreplaceable. It means standing firm against mistreatment, setting boundaries, and refusing to allow others to dictate how you see yourself. It also means allowing yourself grace when you fall short, understanding that your value is not tied to perfection but to the unique spirit within you. When you embrace the truth of your worth, it transforms the way you navigate life. You begin to make choices that honor your value and align with the purpose for which you were created. You find strength in adversity, not because it is easy, but because you know that your worth is never at stake. This knowledge empowers you to rise above the harm others may attempt to inflict, carrying yourself with dignity and confidence in the face of any challenge. Anger is a powerful emotion, one that often feels overwhelming and uncontrollable. Yet it is not inherently negative. Like fire, anger has the capacity to destroy or to refine depending on how it is directed. When anger is tied to purpose, it becomes a transformative force rather than a destructive one. It moves from being a reaction to becoming a response that seeks justice, ration, or change. This is the essence of anger with purpose, a principle that aligns with the way a higher power addresses injustice. When something wrong is done to you, it stirs anger within, and this is not without reason. Anger is often a signal that something sacred has been violated, whether it's your dignity, your rights, or your trust. It reflects the deep-seated belief that certain actions are unacceptable, that there is a standard of goodness and fairness that has been breached. Even God, in divine justice, demonstrates anger not as an expression of revenge, but as a purposeful response to restore balance and uphold righteousness. However, anger without direction can be harmful. It can lead to impulsive actions, broken relationships, and emotional exhaustion. This is why it is essential to channel anger into a purposeful pursuit. Purposeful anger does not seek to destroy for destruction's sake. It seeks to correct, to heal, and to bring light where there is darkness. It acknowledges the wrong but refuses to let the wrong define the narrative. Instead, it uses the energy of anger to fuel meaningful change. When you experience harm, purposeful anger becomes a tool for empowerment. It enables you to confront injustice with clarity and courage. This doesn't mean lashing out or retaliating in ways that perpetuate harm. Rather, it means standing firm, setting boundaries, and advocating for yourself or others in a way that aligns with your values. Purposeful anger is rooted in love, not love for the harm of the situation, but love for what is right and true. Anger with purpose also requires discipline. It asks you to pause, to reflect, and to choose your actions wisely. This is not a call to suppress your emotions, but to master them, allowing anger to work for you instead of against you. Purposeful anger transforms hurt into healing, frustration into focus, and resentment into resilience.